Hi everybody, it's Sebastian Boyer, the approved guy, and this video is going to cover the basics of business credit building, Business Credit 101. Let's get right to it. So if you're a startup business or you're an existing business and you're looking to establish and build your business credit, it doesn't matter if you're brand new or you've been in business for 15 or 20 years. It all starts with the basics and going back to the beginning. That's why we call our service Business Credit 101. So the first step is you have to be credible. Credible in the eyes of the banks and the lenders, and especially done in Bradstreet, means that you hit certain data points. There are certain data points that you have to hit so that you are in their system, and when it comes time to apply for a loan or a line of credit through a particular bank or lender that's going to check those data points, that those data points are registered and recorded on your business credit profile. If they're not, you could get declined for an application just because of something minor that you could have corrected or fixed. So there's about 10 or 12 data points, very simple stuff that you can get set up and you can do right away. And if you're an existing business, again, it doesn't matter if you're 10, 15 years in business, you have to go back to the beginning and you need to get these data points right. Get credible, okay? It's going to be the difference between you getting approved, declined, or getting a bigger loan, or ultimately even getting the loan in your business credit without any personal guarantee, okay? So with that said, number one, you need to establish a business. You have to get a tax ID number or an EIN number. First thing first is you're going to establish a business with your Secretary of State, and then go to the IRS and get yourself a tax ID or an EIN number. That's basically your business's social security number. Number two, once you have the business EIN number, you're then going to need to set up and determine an address for the business. Now you can use your home address, that's fine. However, it's better if you use a business address, only because your home address is going to be on public records and it's going to show up on maps and anyone can zoom right into your home address. So if you're okay with that, then go ahead and do it that way. However, if you want to create a buffer, then you might want to consider a virtual address. There are solutions for virtual addresses that can be anywhere from $50 to $150. Now you want to make sure you use the right virtual address company, because some virtual address companies don't actually have physical offices, and that's not going to work. You need to have a virtual address that's attached to an actual physical location for your business. So you have to use a legitimate virtual address company like Regis. That's what I recommend. Okay, number three, once you have your address, then you want to go ahead and get your domain name set up, which is your website address for your business, and get a small, just 1 or 2, maybe 5-page website up and running with a contact page. And on the contact page, you're going to have your business information. The most important part of this is you're going to get an email address for your business. Why? So you're not using a public free email like Yahoo or Gmail or a free email account for your business. You're going to have a dedicated email at your domain name, okay? Once you have a dedicated email at your domain name, the next step is going to be to set up a business phone number. Now, it can get very expensive if you go through your local phone company, but there are companies like RingCentral that are very affordable that you can set up a phone number for anywhere from $15 to $25 a month, and basically have a dedicated phone number. And it's ideal that it's a 1-800 number, so that you set that up for your business. Now what that's going to do, it's going to allow you to then report your business information to 411 directory, which is basically public records. Okay, so on your business phone number account, you want to make sure you have your business name the exact same way you have it with the EIN, the business address that you just set up, or if it's going to be your home address, make sure it's consistent, the business email address that you set up, and then that's what gets reported to the business phone number account, so they report that business information to 411 directory listing. Now, if you already have a phone number with a phone company and they don't report for you automatically, then you are going to have to list yourself, and that's literally the website where you're going to list yourself and your business information on 411 directory. So that's the key, is to be credible. Is these are the first steps. Number one, EIN. Number two, your address. Number three, your domain, website, and email. And number 4 is going to be your phone number. Now, you also need to get your SIC code and your NAIC code. These are your industry codes for your business. You want to get that information, have it ready. You need to make sure how you're going to make payment. If you're going to use, if you're going to accept payment via credit card, your method of payment, your hours of operation, Basically these are little details that you're going to have to plug in to the portal when you're setting up that profile for your business. Okay, so these steps are ultimately going to lead you to be credible, so you have a legitimate business. Once you have a credible business and you hit all the data points, step 2 is then to create a DUNS account or DUNS number. Okay, a DUNS number can be free. You can go to Dun & Bradstreet and you can set that up for free. You don't have to pay for an account. But just keep in mind, having a DUNS number does not qualify you for credit. It's just an account number. It's like having a bank account with no number. As a matter of fact, let me take a step back. Make sure one of those first steps is that you do set up your business checking account. I neglected to include that. So that's also part of the 10 steps is your business checking account. Okay, so with a DUNS number, you don't have any credit. To get a credit score, it's called a Paydex score with Dun & Bradstreet. It's from 0 to 100. Okay, to get a Paydex score, you need to have at least 3 to 5 accounts that report to Dun & Bradstreet to establish that Paydex score. Okay, how do you do that? So there are going to be certain accounts that are friendly for starter business credit builders, folks that don't have any business credit. And those accounts will allow you to set up a profile and basically make a transaction so that you can create credit on the business. These are going to be very friendly even if you have no business credit. And these are going to be accounts that do not require a personal guarantee, that do not require time in business. You can be a startup and basically will give you a line of credit or a net 30 account on your business credit profile with based on your EIN or tax ID with no personal guarantee required. Okay. Now, once you get those 3 or 4 accounts, it's going to take about 2 to 3 months for those accounts to report on Dun & Bradstreet. Once that reports on Dun & Bradstreet, voila, now you have a Paydex score. Once you have a Paydex score, the goal is to have a 90 or higher Paydex score. 80 to 90 is good. 90 to 100 is excellent. There's a specific strategy of how you make your payments so that you can build that score as strong as possible. And guess what? This is just the beginning. This is step 1, tier 1, round 1 business credit building. There are 4 tiers of building your business credit. It has to be done in tiers because otherwise if you skip tier 1, what I just explained to you, and you try to get approved for accounts that are in tier 2 or tier 3 or 4, then ultimately what's going to happen is you're not going to get approved because you didn't have any credit to qualify for tier 2, tier 3, or tier 4. So you got to start with tier 1 and do what I said. Be credible, establish a DUNS number, get a Paydex score. Once you get that Paydex score, now you can move on to round 2 or tier 2 to get more powerful spending accounts for your business with no personal guarantee. And then you're going to do the same thing to move on to round 3 and to round 4. At the end of the process, this should take you about 6 to 8 months if you're doing it organically. You are going to be able to have anywhere between 14 to 15 business credit reporting accounts on your business credit, and you are literally in a position at this point where you can literally buy a car or any major equipment on your business credit as long as you have that 80 or 90 or higher Paydex score, and as long as you have that many accounts reporting. So that gives you depth and history in your business credit profile. Now, of course, your goal in life is not going to be to just buy a car in the business credit, but just think about it. That's something by itself that is a huge value, because you're going to be able to take that vehicle, that car that you drive, off of your personal credit, put it on your business credit, and now that vehicle is no longer reporting personally, which reduces your debt to income ratio and makes your business liable for the car, so there's no personal liability. So there's a lot of advantages here, guys. Building business credit is very powerful. You're going to be able to get access to loans, lines of credit, and funding that you wouldn't get access to if you did not have business credit. And for the loans and lines of credit that you could have gotten access to without the business credit, it will help you to get better rates and better terms. Okay? And last thing I want to say is you don't need business credit to get access to business funding. You can simply use your personal credit, your personal guarantee, and get access to funding. As long as you have good personal credit and you have revenue in your business, you can access funding without building business credit. But if you want to get access to funding in the long run, that is with no personal guarantee, where it's based on your business credit profile, then you have to take these steps to build that business credit profile so that you can eventually wean yourself off the personal guarantee and you can have funding that stands on its own legs and its own strength based on your business credit history. If this video is of value to you, and if this information was helpful and powerful, please like, please subscribe, please share this video with other people. All of the information I shared with you will be in the description of the video, with links to different websites that you can take advantage of discounts and savings to establish the credibility to build your business. If you want a one-on-one coaching session, feel free to schedule a 15-minute free consultation. And if you want to have me as your one-on-one coach for at least round 1, which takes about 3 months, we can talk about that. We can also discuss a full 12-month coaching scenario. So again, this is Sebastian Boyer, the approved guy, Business Credit 101. I hope this information was of value, and God bless you. Make it a great life.